Yeah, so we already got some more mods. I'm just gonna basically go through the simplistic ones first and then go up to the ones that I think are the coolest. To start off, we have this thing called Hymarkers. Wherever you right click on the map, you can select a location. No, I got that completely wrong. What you need to do is do marker add, and then you can also do help to see a simple little like menu or whatever. Yeah, so essentially what I just created right there is a marker. This is the command you can use is marker add. I did name, so this would be the text field that you can see like up here. And then you can also do dash dash icon, which would be home because you want to set it as your home. You can also do like I guess we can just check out a coordinate too. We can do one, let's call it like mine. So then you go here, and then you can actually see that there is a lot of options. You can also change it as well, which is pretty neat that you can change the icon straight up here. Um, with that, essentially is no different than I believe this is, or sorry, this is like the default. I don't know if these stay and other people can see them. Same thing with these. However, these are pretty neat to begin with. Teleport between the two, and you can lively see the icons change. So yeah, that one's pretty neat to begin with. Next, we have something that is pretty much followed within pretty much all block games or voxel games, one being VeinMining. So with this, you essentially just have to hold the left alt key and mine at the same time. I don't know how strong it goes. It looks like it does. I mean, we could actually test it. Let's see how many blocks you can actually get out of it. So roughly 49, so almost an entire stack. You can also do /VM and then an entire like GUI will show up. So you can actually select the targeting mode. Activation key, so walk meaning alt because that's already bound to that, or crouch, so it depends what you want. Block face or player view, I'm not too sure about that. Let's check out a couple of these. Actually do want to test that out really quickly. So does that mean if we're mining here? Okay, I'm not sure. Whoops. So let's open this menu back up and switch this to actually all blocks. Yeah, that's really cool. And I do like how it already has a GUI. I'm actually going to go to the surface so it's more lit up to begin with. But, oh, you can do this in creative as well. That's perfect. So you still have to use a pickaxe, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But yeah, definitely a cool mod that you can do. Especially in just like regular mining, excavating, stuff like that. It helps out a lot. I mean, you already know the drill with VeinMining to begin with. Next, we have a mod called Hyguns. So it brings into kind of something around here. I don't know if this bench is actually by default in the game. However, this is where all the guns you can craft are created. So ammo does come from here too. Oh, that's neat. Copper, iron, boom powder. Let's grab some grenades too. Let's grab a couple of each guns just to test them. So these are roughly all the guns I'm going to test out. The one that catches my eye the most is definitely the sniper, as you've seen at the start. This is honestly one of my favorite ones. I don't know how to scope in, unfortunately, but it's just satisfying to actually hit shots with this. Let's grab us some ammo from here. These take 2 hits? Yeah, so you see that little GUI thing on the bottom right? I'm going to talk about that later too. Let's try the Desert Eagle. This is probably going to do about 30 damage. Really? 8? Yeah, let's go. Yeah, the Mac 10 literally just drills them. I'm assuming the same with the rifle as well. So it seems like there's a different rarity. Let's actually reverse here and go to the bench. So I want to see how these are crafted. So this requires gold and a lot of iron, copper. It's kind of crazy because it seems like a less rarity than the Desert Eagle itself, yet it uses more expensive items. And this is crazy expensive, so is this. But the crazy part is that the rifle only does 10 damage a hit. It utilizes all the same ammo. I'm sure that it will change over time. Let's check out this, just a default gun. Basic. But yeah, this is really interesting with all the guns they have so far. So the next one is called H1Z's Blunderbuss and more. So with this mod, there's actually planned more development. I'll actually put the message that they have down below, but for right now, they have these two guns. One being the Blunderbuss and the other the Flintlock. There's actually another Blunderbuss that I've seen. Yep. Just gonna grab these. I don't know if they're any different from each other. This one has a higher rarity, but I don't think they are any different. Yeah, they do the same damage. I believe it's just cosmetic value that comes with this. Let's try the pistol out. That's a pretty good pistol. I mean, still have to reload it, right? One by one. So the next and final one I actually do want to check is the one from the start. That being probably the largest one where it comes to of use. So this is essentially like a MMO, or that one plugin on Minecraft where it has all those attributes and stuff. You can see woodcutting, mining, damage. So you earn levels like earlier from actually killing enemies. We can actually skip that by doing set level my name, and then let's just say like we'll put it to 10. Okay, so I did this earlier and it actually gave me GUI, but I believe it was because I did XP. So if you want to skip a bunch of leveling GUI happening, I can even, I think it's too late to set an example. Actually, I'll just do it really quick. Yeah, so you can see that right there. So if you were to actually just do add XP instead of set level, you're going to see 100 different instances of it. I'm going to set the time to midday. But what's useful about this is we're actually just going to grab some items from the, just grab some basic items. So we need a, let's just grab a copper axe, copper pickaxe, copper sword, long sword. So if we go into survival, one of the things anyways, one of the things that you see in survival is the length that it takes to actually cut these trees down. So what this will, let's actually go to a different tree for an example here. So when you have a tree like this, it essentially takes a while to actually cut down bit by bit. I mean, it's still pretty quick in my opinion, but this is just one of the things that you can actually do within the mod. So if we go to wood cutting, increases wood cutting speed for logs, and I don't know. We're just gonna max this out and then actually go up to a tree. And you'll see that it's actually somewhat faster, probably by 2 times speed, if I had to estimate. And same thing goes with mining, I believe, as well. So if we just go back into that menu and max this to its highest extent, you're going to see that we now mine it in 2 hits. So obviously this will transfer into higher level pickaxes as well. Now is a perfect time to test this out as well. We're going to put max health. So that just bumped our health down, but we will gain that later. Put some damage up. And then some defense as well. And then now we'll actually attack this. And that is way more damage than what you would normally get with that type. So essentially that is all with that mod being like to its extent. And this one's actually called RPG leveling and stats / skills. I find that it's pretty useful. You can go pretty in depth with it. Underwater breathing time, if that meets your whatever. But you do see that you only get to max out some things, and you actually can't take it back after you hit save. So it's kind of a thing that you need to really decide on. Obviously they might change that where you can revert things, or probably make the level higher. But in reality, if we go up to a mob, I don't know if XP is different between mobs, but if you're only getting like 10 to 50 experience and the max level, or sorry, the max XP is like 10,000, you're going to be playing this mod for quite a while to even get to that extent, because in those last 10 levels, you're probably going to work harder than the other, like, you know, the other of them. But essentially that's everything that I have for the mods here. Other than that, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a comment about what mods you would like to see next. I do enjoy doing these because I love seeing, I guess, the early stages, but to be fair with you, a lot of these mods already have pretty decent UIs and stuff. But other than that, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and catch you next time. Peace.